Hey Braeden, can you fall into that pile of leaves?
Interesting.
Just be careful because there's concrete underneath.
Okay, that's cool.
And there were like sticks and stuff in there. If
Well-
I die, it's your fault.
Well, it can't be that hard.
Oh yeah. Interesting. Okay,
Wow. Now that's going on the internet.
Beautiful.
Career's ruined.
I'm not even sure if I do represent Edmonton in our music. See, I've always felt very kind of detached from where I live. I have like a permanent identity crisis. I mean, we have a song called 628. It's not recorded yet, but the subject matter is of Range Road 628, which turns into the White Mud. I took it for years, driving to school from Stony Plain. As I said, we've only lived in Edmonton for like a month. Braeden and I lived in Stony Plain for most of our lives. That's kind of the only name-dropped Edmonton place, landmark reference. Most of the lyrical matter, I think, kind of comes from within just myself and whatever myriad of influences are in my subconscious. It would be cool, I think, to introduce more elements. I'd like to name drop the High Level Bridge or something. I'm on that thing all the time. It freaks me out. How about you guys?
I think the beautiful thing about Edmonton is that there's no real, defining sound, and I think we really kind of represent Edmonton really well because our sound is really homogenous and comes from so many different influences, and that's, I think, really representative of what's going on in the city. There's so many tiny little micro communities, little arts collectives, and there's so many different sounds being represented in the city. So I think the Edmonton sound is just this vague, broad kind of, undefinable thing.
It's a way better answer than mine. I like that. I like that. I like to think of what we do as like a kind of mixing high and low culture is how I describe it. We have like a lot of, for example, our production is kind of lo-fi, but we incorporate a lot of sort of high culture elements like Braeden's jazz drumming, or like odd time signatures, or kind of things like that, mixed with like very kind of a lo-fi sound. And with the guitar tones, they're very grainy, very distorted, very kind of like the pitch is kind of wobbling here and there. Yeah, I think our song Sundance feels very Edmonton-y. It's very like twangy, but
not country.
but not quite country. It's its own kind of thing. Yeah. You guys have anything to say?
I think also being like in McEwen, like I don't want to say McEwen band, like unless if that's not what you want to define it as.
Talk on the
Oh
microphone.
yeah, I guess being from McEwen's kind of got like a foot everywhere in the Edmonton music scene. Like, they've got all the associations with like the Yardbird and like jazz, and then there's all the new country stuff happening in McEwen. So it's like, I don't know. I guess McEwen is kind of like a little bit of a musical hub community-wise. So we all come from different interests, different musical backgrounds and stuff. So it's a nice little like melting pot kind of.
Yeah, truly. So the answer is we do, at the same time we don't, because there's no identifiable Edmonton sound yet. What even is yet? We're making it.
Retroactively,
We're in the process.
They'll coin a term, but
Yeah. Cool. There's no line. Doesn't exist.
that's good.
At least for me.
Noise is music.
Yeah, man. Listen, I was sitting out here reading Lord of the Rings a little while ago, and the swelling of the wind in the leaves felt like the crescendo of like an orchestra. You know what I mean? Or like birds twittering is like an ensemble of flutes. There it is. There's a fucking piccolo over there. No, listen, and it's
good music.
it can be the opposite too. Like, I don't know if any of you guys, some of you are familiar with Grizzly Bear.
better be.
in Vegetimist and their first album Yellow House. Yeah, I thought it was Vecatimist. I heard somewhere it was Vegetimist. Someone who is probably credible. I don't remember. Anyways, the flutes and like the arrangement of the woodwinds in that album sounds like a bunch of birds just like surrounding you. I think there's so much overlap in like nature and in music, and there's genres like that are consisted of like field recordings and like found sound, kind of sound collage is the word I was looking for, where it's just like recordings of, I don't know, like really close up recording of like people making tea, or maybe like a city soundscape in the background, and just that kind of thing. I think is a totally valid way of storytelling, as valid as like a rock band, and totally can give you emotions in the same way. So I think there's no line between noise and music. It's up to you.
And the more blurred it is, the cooler it is. I feel like
Say that one.
the more blurred it is, the cooler it is. I feel like, because
Yeah.
like not that there's anything wrong with pop music, but it's like very like composed and like set boundaries. Kind of, it's like a finished, pristine product. But I feel like music that kind of blurs it is the more interesting, like the more raw, the more human music. Like especially like I'm thinking of like free jazz and like Pharoah Saunders. That was a big like moment for me when I started getting into Pharoah Saunders and being like, because his music is just like, "Wah!" Like it's just like a bunch. It's just noise, but it's like these people that are very adept at their instruments. Like they can make fantastically like beautiful, like traditionally beautiful music, but they're doing it to express these like human emotions, and they're just like screaming into their microphone or into their like saxophones and stuff. Like it's just noise, just blasting you with noise. And what's the John Coltrane thing? Is it sheet of sound? Is that the, you guys know what I'm talking about? There's some term for his playing where it's just not like bebop, like just like nonstop notes and stuff. And even though it's one note at a time, like it's a monophonic instrument, there's so much sound inside of that one note, like all the harmonics and everything. And that's what makes me think of like natural sounds and stuff. It's not always tonal. There's not always like a pitch to it, but within one sound, there's so many overtones and so many harmonics and just so much noise and stuff, you know? Yeah, and I feel like that's what makes music interesting, is the rawness and the naturalness of it, at least in my opinion.
Also, Merzbow exists. You guys ever listen to Woodpecker by Merzbow?
No.
That's music if I've ever heard it.
I think just to kind of put some sort of definition on it, I think music is any sort of noise that's intentional, whether it's the intention that you're producing it with or the intention that you're listening to it with. I don't know how confident I am with saying that, but like yeah, like atmospheric noise, although it's not intentional, like the wind isn't intentionally making noise, or birds aren't intentionally chirping, but if you're listening to it and perceiving it as art, then to you it's music. I mean,
I know what you mean.
they're not trying to express. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for the birds.
I'm not a bird.
Point defunct.
Yeah. There is no line between noise and music.
Apparently they have perfect pitch. Birds? Yeah, well they have absolute pitch, and that's how they know their spit. Like is it chickadees?
Yeah, that makes sense. Birds are actually very musically talented.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is like it's a natural noise, but it's music, you know? Like humans don't have to make the music.
Wow.
Do you have anything to add, Braeden?
I really love Pharoah Sanders. And Cecil Taylor and Swans and Ulver and whatever. I think the whole point of music is expression, and as a musician you want as many like kind of textures and colors to express with. So if that's just like screaming or like making mechanical noises or like digital like pink noise or something, that's totally valid. Like
That reminds me. It's like, and I think noise can be used as like a like push and pull, like a tension and release. Like I saw this clip of like some like punk band. I forget what it was. There's a section of a song where they like there's wailing on a chord for like a bar, like and then just like they let their guitars feed back for the next part. The drummer's going crazy. The singer's just like screaming, just like nonsense, just a total cacophony. And then when they come back into that chord back again, it feels so much so rewarding to go get back into that, you know, that established rhythm, that the harmony. You know, this is to go back into consonance after being in this chamber of nothingness, of nonsense, bullshit. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have to say. No, I fucking hate these guys. If we weren't in a band together, I would never see them again.
I'd probably kill you guys.
Yeah. This is unbearable being this close to you. No, we're all good friends. Braeden and I are kind of the founding members of the band. That we've gone through a few lineup changes over the years. I think we started the band in like
Grade 9 or 10.
Grade 9 or 10. I want to say like 2019 because Race Car came out the year after. When did we make Lovely Melody? Our first song ever, Lovely Melody, so far not officially released.
That's crazy.
Was made in, I want to say 2018. We put it on a demo tape in February. So there's like 10 people who have a CD with that song on it.
I haven't even heard of that song. I
Yeah,
didn't know that
yeah.
existed.
Chris probably has never even heard it. Friendship is the first step, I think. You need to like the people you make music with. Even if you have different tastes, like I'm trying to pull the band in like a UK post-punk Fontaines DC kind of a thing. Braeden likes Pharoah Sanders. Sawyer makes like, I'm sorry if this offends you, but Sawyer makes bedroom pop for with his own project, and Chris is from Red Deer.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, Chris, you were like a metal band, right? For a while, that was your thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a metalhead.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
don't
so either.
Chris does everything.
Yeah, Chris truly does everything.
Chris is kind of just the wild card, you know.
And
Just the wild
I
card.
think that's why, and our main bassist, who's currently studying in Finland, shout out Donovan. His background is like funk, so. But because we're friends, it works really well. You kind of need to be tight like that. Did that answer the question? I feel like there was more to it than that.
I think. Can I say some things?
Please.
Yeah, I think. Get rid of this. I think if we were all to drop our instruments and
Make out.
yeah, if we all were just to, like quit music and stop doing music and stop being a band, I think we would all just still be able to like hang out and like chill together and go for walks in the river valley and you know
Totally. Yeah.
eat food and drink coffee together.
Yeah, we went camping together a few months
Oh,
ago.
yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a rehearsal.
Yeah, this is true. We did. So like, I think beyond music, our relationship together is just it's a little more deeper than what some other people in bands. I don't know. Yeah, forget I said that. I think our relationship is kind of what helps build our band up a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only gotten better the longer we've been friends, the better the music has gotten, I think.
Yeah, it makes it special.
And it's the other way around too. I think the longer that we play music together, the closer we get personally.
Yeah.
It's like another language, like another way to express your kind of your connection and your love for each other, which I think is really beautiful. We're really gifted as musicians to be able to have such kind of multifaceted relationships.
Yeah. I remember there was another part of the question. I think it was, do you ever see it ending? Perhaps. Yes. After I graduate, McEwen, I want to move to Montreal to do a master's of sound recording at McGill. God willing, I get accepted. So if it's kind of going to be hard to keep paro a thing when I live in Montreal. So we got a couple more years in us at least. But who knows? Maybe we'll keep going remotely.
Or a little hiatus.
Yeah, or a little hiatus. We'll see what happens.
Hiatus, but I also think that's what makes it beautiful, is that it's like a living thing. It's born and then it lives and then it dies.
Yeah, man, dude, that reminds me of what Jordy Greep said about Black Midi. No, listen, like, like he quit the band not because they like didn't like each other, but it was because they had such a good run and they were at such a good place that they like wanted to keep it that way. You know, they didn't want to like make something mid. They went their own separate ways while they were kind of still at their peak, which is kind of heartbreaking for the fans, but probably the best thing that they could have done for themselves. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Like that?
Yeah.
I think the little voices on that little change up are really cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's sick. Yeah. Oh, that sounds so good. Yeah. Oh, okay, do that. Yeah, definitely do chords. Yeah. Things like sorry, I don't even know when I want to go to that part.
I thought yeah, you knew.
Fuck. I can't count my own song. Okay, well, I just want to loop that so I can hear. Okay. Let's just do like.